I could change the song, but man, this fucking sucks. It's kind of boring. You know, if you want to come, I'm not apologizing. Anna is, yeah. I like how he doesn't make her do that. That feels weird. Although, no, it was Fang who made her do it, yeah. Those were Mous more cool friends. Really, that's they're a cool cat to make everything smooth as milk. Dude, you shouldn't give cats milk. Saying Anna, you're the kind of girl, makes a small gathering, so all sorts of cool. Which is weird to say. You know, it'd be kind of fun if the story played around with the fact that Anna's used to being, like, the positive center of attention, and now that she's in an all-dino school, she gets ostracized for it, and she doesn't know how to cope. Like, all of her social skills are built around already being, like, you know, being a status quo species. I know that some people are going to say that's about discrimination and racism and about speciesism and all that, but I feel it'd be fun, like, not to focus on the racism aspect, but that fact that Anna is so used to already, like, being on the in-group, that all those little slip-ups, like, oh, that person, oh, sorry, that dinosaur, you know, those kinds of things are, like, all mounting against her, and it makes her really awkward, because she lives in a society where that is normal, where that's just how you address people, and it's just pushing, and she loses that home field advantage. It's like, I'm not actually good at socializing. I just already had a group of friends, you know? Like, that's a lot of people. It's like, I'm good at socializing. No, you already had the friends. You're not good at anything. And with Fang Trish, I'm not sure I can be chill about that. Have the general attitude. I mean, how the fuck do you apologize to Trish? I can't imagine Anon managed to pull that off. I feel like he just, you know, sucked her dick or something. Guy does not have the emotional rigor to do that without either freaking out or collapsing. Again, this is what I mean with, like, characters seem to have the same inner voice, because this fucking happened. Also, why is there a space here? I think this was originally, like, italicizing this, or it's double italicizing. Well, then I'm kind of curious now. It's not double italicized, but this period is not in italics. That's why there's a space. Why is this period not in italics? That's so goofy. That's goofy. I like it. Yeah, but this is what I mean with, like, characters all feel like they kind of sound alike, because you do a lot of similar constructions for them, right? Like, it seems to assume there's only one way to do things, which is how you build voices. People focus on different things. Again, you could have Anon focus on, like, certain aspects, and then she focuses on other ones. Like, Anon's very introverted, he's very disconnected, he thinks in a very cliquish way because he grew up on the internet, and so all he knows are, like, tropes and stereotypes. So he sees Triceratops and immediately assumes that, like, he sees the Triceratops accoutrements, he sees Reeds, like, dressing like a drug user. Meanwhile, Anna's more like about general people. She notices the expressions they wear, the way they stand and pose, the physical fitness of their bodies. You know, that's a way you can differentiate characters. It's not a huge thing, but it's a way to work with it. Like, does Anon focus on materials, or like, the composition of an outfit? Or does he focus on the colors or the textures that are being used? Does he focus on what the outfit says? Which, by the way, is, like, apparently not a thing anymore. Nowadays, outfits are just whatever. The 90s died, and cliques have vanished in that way. Which, fair enough, that shit sucked. I'm not sure anyone really wants to see me here, especially trash. No biggie we. I like how all this is happening in, like, history class, and the history teacher's just fucking dead. How many teachers in this school are just okay with all these conversations happening? It's just like this. Why are all these classes so easy? They're done in, like, 15 minutes. What the fuck is going on in American education? Or Dino-Fornian education, I guess. Interruption will discern to the limits there. Normally, I'd say they're really overemphasizing this whole Trish thing, since Anon already made up, and it's apparently going to be shafted and shelved anyway. That's the word I was looking for, shelved, not shafted. I was trying to use shelved a little more, but, like, the shelving of this concept, I get building a bridge, but something about this feels weird. I get the credit. Maybe I don't get the credit. What the fuck are you talking about? You've given him non-stop credit about how sexy he is, about how smart he is. You've already given him credit. Got your bro coming by. Everyone loves to chillax with music. The most natural thing in the world, Amiga. No, I'll give him props for using amiga. I know a bunch of people who don't even know that it's supposed to be conjugated for gender. And they're just like, hey there, my lady amigo. I feel like a grate's gotta be smarter than that. Altogether, I think about the things. How about them? Which means you already. Wait, hold up. Like, it's really weird how it seems to be, like, repeating itself in a way, right? Like here, talking about credit, which you just gave, the whole Trish thing, which Reed already kind of cleared up. Again, characters think really hard at themselves, but it's like, you've already mentioned this, and normally that happens in like a different chapter section, and they just want to have the same conversation again, but this feels really weird. Yes, you just said you were going to do this because it would make it easier for Anon to make friends. Where was that? Yeah, here we go. While I don't get why he hangs out with them, it would help him build some kind of better relationship. I said sorry to the two of them. Like, why are we repeating? Did you fucking have a brain fart? Like, I've seen bad writing, right? But I've never seen an author in the same scene forget what he wrote. That one's new. And kind of rare. Because this is usually written very stream of conscious. I imagine he broke, like there was a break right here. That would make sense. And he just continued writing. I mean, I'm mostly saying that because I have no idea why there's an extra bit of white space here. That seems to, like, I don't know where that comes from. Actually, I'm gonna check the code. Apparently, there's just an extra break here. I don't know why. I didn't see a straight, maybe. The best step forward is a small one. That doesn't make any sense, right? Better a small step than none makes way more sense, because... like, Free doesn't... I mean, I guess he would be the more cautious type, given what he does for a living. Oh. Everyone begins to get up, head to the door. Bell rings. Ring beats me to the doorway. With a slightly ridiculous salute before making his way to practice. He swings his tail back and forth. He swings his tail back and forth. I'm an audience member. Please don't fucking get up on the stage and play piano perfectly like fucking Amber did. I would get so mad if we're doing that. Like, I don't like how so many of these fics are like beat-for-beat repetitions, even though they clearly should be writing a different story. Like, there should be different twists and scenes. And it's like, no, we gotta do that one, because it's in the game. And I want to have Anna there. It's like, well, should Anna be here? No, but I want her there, so she'll be there. I'll give him points if Anna does not attend the you should play the guitar scene. Everyone in the school was nice clap. She fix this belief for today. Of course, she wished me the best. Any much questions I get to answer. It's girl talk time! I don't know, man. I feel like you're gonna need more than a little carve to get that baseball bat out of there. The hallway, blah, blah. I like how she's just hyping herself up about Naomi. Even though it's like, you could have just not gone with Naomi and waited until after Anon did his thing, right? I feel like you'd be smart enough to figure that out. You let your guard down. Again, I don't know how intentional it was on Naomi's end. If it wasn't intentional on Naomi's end, I'd like that a little more. If only because I feel like, again, Naomi was kind of panicked and a little out of it. I kind of prefer that because it makes Naomi look a little, you know, like she's improvising this because she wasn't expecting to deal with her. I hate her so much. I like how you're pinning everything on her. Like, I would like to point out that Naomi is not stopping you from talking to Anon and clearing up the air. Like, this is very much her just like, well, she put me in a situation I can't solve, so instead of solving it, I'm gonna get mad. Also, she has nothing to do with college, which is also a thing that's weighing on your mind. You can say what you want, but Naomi is, like, not 100% responsible here. I could be downstairs already, listening to the band. Man, fucking Puppet Pals was... I'm not saying Puppet Pals was good writing, but Puppet Pals was a comedic masterpiece. Or as a wise man once said, I blew it up my ass. Could be trying to focus on apologizing to my brother, and this whole thing mess finally lay forgotten. All it would take is a simple explanation of what happened. But nope, I just had a lot of sword in my head all over you. Yeah, that's not Naomi's fault. Yeah, here we go. I appreciate that she's actually bringing it up. Should stop skipping lines when I'm clearly making comments, but I do appreciate that she's at least cognizant of it. As we really get down to it, this whole plot is just a bunch of characters fucking up. And now you're missing the band practice. Actually, that'd be fucking great. I would love it if she misses the band practice. Because then we just build this theme of, like, she's too caught up in her head, and she's, you know... a whole new first impression. Step up, make a first first impression. If you don't try, don't bother. The Fang or drama sounds decent. What the heck? Ah, she's missing it! Try to win goal. My pace slows down as I stop walking, focusing on the music. Sure enough, it actually did sound... Okay, let's put on a different track, actually. I'm kind of sick and tired of this. Oh, shit, I closed the fucking window! I need something meh. Even after all these years, we'll have to do. Sure enough, it actually sounds good. Like, really good. Again, I want to point out that in Goodbye Volcano High, Fang has an extremely wide spectrum of reasons to care about music. Music is how they stay in touch with their friends, it's how they escape their parents, it's the one thing they're good at, because they're not good at school. Like, with Fang in Snoot game, that relationship is far more tenuous, in a way, right? Like, music is very much tainted by all these negative emotions. And Fang doesn't really have this greater, like, desire to be part of the band and everything. It's way more grounded and reasonable, so it's really weird that music gets this prominence. I mean, on the other hand, they couldn't really afford, like, any good music soundtrack stuff, so I understand why they would try to disconnect it a little bit. I don't think it's good or bad. It's just very different. And it's interesting that Goodbye Volcano High technically did it better. Good props where it's due, no matter where it is and who did it. This is almost like an entirely different band compared to last time I listened to them. The lyrics are half heard thanks to the closed doors, but I can still make out enough to be cringe slightly. Okay, definitely weird word choice, but still kind of enjoyable, like fun, upbeat. Well, there's like this in practice. There's some kind of, or was the last show a special kind of event? Just to try to wrangle that line of thinking, the music warbles off. So high pitched sound like someone yelling out before it dies down too. Curiosity forces me near, catching small bits of the dialogue. I can't tell what they're saying exactly, but it seems to be rife with excitement. Joy. Whatever they just played seemed to have everyone in a bit of a buzz. Okay, alright, maybe this atmosphere will help me. If everyone seems to be enjoying themselves in there, I can show up and sit quietly while they continue, right? Rap to Jesus, human Jesus. Why not Buddha? Anon always invokes Buddha. That's the cool guy. I need a slight boost of confidence right now. Crap, I hope Reed stands in my corner if things go pear-shaped. Your butt is pear-shaped. Ha, I got him. Stop second-guessing yourself. Mental management aside, I don't like how snarky this is. Like, you know that Swanfather and the gang, right? They're definitely the kind of fucking people who would complain about Marvel-esque writing. This is Marvel-esque writing. You're undermining the seriousness of your... Like, I get that they're teenagers, but they're allowed to consider what's happening serious and meaningful, and treat it like their life is ending. This is all they know, and you're shitting on your bed because you're afraid of being seen as genuine. You are the Whedon-esque writing. I get my teeth and reach for the door. It's loud. Actually, that it should have an apostrophe because it is loud. Oh no, wait, it's loud. Click. Sure. Wrong one. You were gotten, Seffi. You were had, conned, scammed. Now, the slight squeak of metal hinges cuts the conversation I heard. How the fuck can they hear you from there? It's a fucking door. The atmosphere is completely different without the student audience. Also, how could they hear you not just from the distance, but they were probably talking or something, right? The three familiar figures stand on stage. All of them turn around to me with a mixture of reactions. Anna, yo, just in time, do that. Oh, what? Reed, you invited her? You didn't tell us about this? Huh, I thought I did, I could have sworn. What the fuck is she doing here, Reed? Oh, hello, Trish. Nice to see you again. Ass. Control that, huh? Don't say it. What was she gonna say? Simple lesson, the one the dad taught you. It's unconsciously feeling you to do the same. Don't say it. Yeah, because you fucking mutter like crazy. I invited her back in class. She's pretty chilty. You guys would like each other if you just gave it a shot, I think. I like that he ends it with, I think. It's such a weird thing to fucking do. Right. We have quite the goddamn audience today. Flicking my attention from the stage, I can make out a familiar, reflective sheen of a certain brother in the front row. Yeah, I guess in the front row you would get some of the lights bouncing off your scalp. And also looked slightly shocked I was there, but he gave me a wave and greeting. Why was he waving? I thought he was trying to distance and ghost you. Thank God, that'll be enough for me to take as an invitation. Man, you're such a fucking spurg. And then I finally have an invitation. Hello, a deconstructed ass. Oh, don't mind me. Oh, don't mind me. Over the group, Trisha snarl twists further as I move to the front row. Fang seems to stand stiff on narrowing their eyes at me. I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy the show. No need to have done anything. Oh, shit on my face. Trish snorted, but my fear already started to rise at the insinuation. And don't shit back. And don't quip before I could send any snark in the right direction. Purple fire moved from me to him in an island. The other one. Oh, bite my ass, Skinny. Just because you actually know how to chuck a spear, you don't. Wow. Man, that's two fucking slurs. Trish fucking speedrunning. Okay, enough of that. Fang enters both of them with a snap, pointing a finger at Trish at the same time. That's really aggressive and assertive for Fang at this point in the story. I could see Fang doing this, like jumping in the way, a little bit panicked, you know, like desperately trying to preserve peace. Both of you shut the fuck up. Trish, we both agreed that Anon had the right idea to support me with the guitar. Why? What the fuck do you mean? This is what I mean with, like, people say support like it's a magic spell. They throw it out there because they think it makes your writing good. Like, I know what you're saying. But what you mean is Anon had the right idea with me playing the guitar and pushing for it and asking about it. So I guess we're going for a better ending because Anon apparently brought up the guitar. Like, this sentence doesn't flow because you're trying to crowbar a word in. We are moving with that. I feel like you could make it work by saying Anon had the right idea to suggest me sticking with the guitar. Something like that. Like, don't pull out the fucking S word, okay? Same claw moves to the bald human. Big one flinches and terror. It's supposed to censor first. And Anon don't rile Trish up, okay? I'm just saying that's fucking the lady who also was part of the yelling. But over the chastened? You mean chastised members. Over the chastised members seem to chew on their responses. Sour expressions there curated their faces, but they nodded. Obeisance? Fucking obeisance? Dude, why does everyone in Anon's family chew word of the day calendars for breakfast? Bow, curtsy, or kneel that express deep respect. God, what a fucking term. I nodded, ruffled wings slightly, fluttering slightly as they rein in their temper. Good. Amber eyes. Don't. This is what I mean, right, with one voice. Everyone calls them fucking amber eyes. Why can't they just be her eyes? Why do you have to... Like, this is what I mean with, like, Anon sounds like he's fucking gay. Because everyone has to call out the goddamn eyes. Why does no one understand this is kind of an intimate thing to do in writing, right? It's like these people don't understand this is like this is like using a Dutch angle and there's nothing weird going on. It's like, why are you using it? Do you not understand that this is like a staple of how you communicate certain concepts? Characters that look people in the eye and observe the eyes instead of like reading the face in a general gesture, it means something, right? I don't know what to tell you. And you don't say shit. Got it? What am I doing here, then? I nod at them. It's enough to make Fang roll. Fang is taking a lot of control in this context. It's really weird. Well, I gotta make control for that. Are we? Yeah. Yeah, thanks for calling it out. There's something going on here. Are we speedrunning Fang's relationship because it's not the focus of the story? Because I'm fine with that. Because it would be get a little busy if you're just gonna rewrite fucking Snoot game. Only Anna's there sometimes. So you got invited. So I got invited too? Yeah. Fang did earlier at lunch. They've gotten better. What was that it for? Yeah. That seemed like it. I could hear some from outside before I walked in. Sounded like actual music. Fang's words merely seemed to tickle the back of my brain, making me turn to him to address the implication. Is there something to help them? Well, not much, really. Just told Fang to pick up the guitar. I thought in the original it was like Fang who kind of insinuated they wanted to use the guitar, and then Anon said, hey, you should do that. Like, this is a really... Like, we're gotta... Seriously, why do we even still have Anon? He's not himself. Like, I understand speedrunning the relationship, but we're doing weird things here. Play better on it than they're too weird, too bassing. I'd like to point out, the problem with the two bass is never that Fang can't play bass. It is that the two basses don't sound well together because Trish does not know how to... Or Trish or Reed, one of them, does not know how to write sheet music that makes the two basses work, right? It's never the basses sound bad. It is always the music doesn't work. Fang's skill is not the issue here. Now, maybe Trish's part of the music is the problem, but, you know... But I like the problem also here is that the pronouns are weird. He could be they, the band, in which case this is a fine sentence because it implies, you know. But if it's they, Fang, it's weirder. And I think it's supposed to be the band, in which case, again, it's fine. Learned that today from music class. Then all that bad. Again, yeah, it's really weird. There are a lot of weird twists and turns, which also makes it weirder that we're sticking to Ava's viewpoint. When clearly, I don't know, it's just something weird. Maybe I'm still just shaken from that weird scene where they start repeating things. Oh, cool. That's it? Seems fairly easy to do. If that's the case, yeah, if it's that easy to replace the bass, what the hell is the bass doing? Man, I've drunk gallons of water late. I was at the temperature or whatever. It's a believe from the beginning. You're invited by Reed. Oh, shit, Dad! Fingers twiddled together in my lap as I considered the raptor in question. Every once in a while, I would look over at us. When I got him doing it, I would smile slightly. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, this kiss already. It's a bit much. He seemed excited to find me out here. I like how both relationships in this are formed between people who do not have the best of relationships, and they're just like, oh, you're fucking hot. Like, relationships are kind of sterile. Kind of lame. It's not going to be a lot of chemistry, is there? I fucking hate this about so many fics, that they rarely ever have good chemistry. It's very much these characters are going to make out, and you're just going to have to deal with it. Seemed excited to invite me out here. He had a good point about letting things go. Yeah, that does sound like him. Sometimes shit is better left unsaid. I flicked my attention to him briefly, not allowing him to catch my interest. My brother would seem to believe that as he looked up, catching the rhythm of... Okay, they're still fucking playing. So why aren't you talking about shit? Okay, I was concentrating clear, but he seemed satisfied letting sleeping dogs lie. I gotta point out, this feels weird. And I don't mean that in the usual way where I'm like, this writing feels like hot dog shit. I mean it in the sense of like, I like how there is this odd element of... Anon was obviously super fucking, like, overthinking this. And he definitely wanted to resolve this. And now he's just not? Now we're just gonna let this sit there? We're gonna let this rot and fester and stink up the room? Then I got a weird pressure. All the same, though, it made me feel lighter. I don't have to talk about shit. That's a healthy way to address problems, even though you were literally like, I can't deny this. Man, I appreciate how you suck ass when it comes to actually coming clean. Oh shit, it's already past 10? What the fuck? How long what the hell? I thought this was gonna be like a recording or two. Damn. I like how he thinks this is gonna impress her. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm a little guy. This chapter felt weird. I don't know how to put it. I just got a little whiplash, okay? It feels a little like... I much prefer when Anon is the POV character. I don't like Anna very much. I feel that because she's supposed to be this obvious antagonist and golden girl, it's not playing with that enough. I don't know. Also, the next chapter apparently fucking starts off with Anon, but despite the fact that they switched POVs, there's no section of this top that mentions it. Great. So we're in chapter 7, and we're starting to build the relationships. Turning read into Anon and Anon into Fang. Genius. What the fuck does that mean? Apparently we're gonna do some weird shit. I don't know. I feel like my big problem with this, like if I had to give one big, this is kind of weird, is that we're kind of doing a lot and we're doing a little, right? We have 3 main plots, by the sounds of it. We have the 2 main relationships, and we have the sibling problem, but we also have the Naomi problem. We have Anon's developing environment. The gardening club has not been a big thing. I'm just going to pretend that doesn't exist, because it hasn't had any development so far. We're 7 chapters in. So we're just going to, But, like, a lot is happening. And, I don't know, like, a lot isn't happening. It's weird to explain. I don't know. I'm kind of tired. I'm going to go to bed. No exercise for me today, but that's fine. I've been putting in the work. How many chapters we got? 24. Dude, we're not even, like, a third in, and I'm like, how much longer are you intending to keep this going? Oh, whatever. 10,000 words a chapter is too fucking many, man. I don't know why people think this is like a normal standard. 10,000 goddamn words. Dude, get a hobby. And that hobby should be editing down your works to a smaller, manageable size. I'm crying? Well, on the plus side, I'm able to keep my temper in check enough that I'm not losing my absolute mind, which is fine. That's what I'm aiming for. I want to be a bit more open. I want to complain when I'm done, and I'm like, why didn't any of this happen that was supposed to happen that you obviously set up? But for now, I guess it's fine. We're setting up some elements. It's just taking so many goddamn words to say so little, right? This could have been streamlined, tightened, and just...